everybody? We're here for the final hashtag IBB top 3
trilogy
with Peter Zahirsky. So, if you missed 1 and 2, shame on you. Go back, watch it. But this is the trifecta, man. This is the championship video. This is what all the videos were for.
The big build-up.
Yeah, big. So super excited for number 3. So without further ado, let's dive right in.
All right. So my third and final of the trilogy of the 3 would be have integrity. You've got to let me back up a little bit.
All right.
Martin Luther King once famously wrote, and this is going to sound a little harsh, but he wrote that if a man hasn't found something worth dying for, he isn't fit to live. And again, it's a little,
right.
you know, little real.
Yeah.
Little
Well,
realism
whoa,
there from Dr. King,
don't tell the truth.
I know,
we
don't want to talk about
no,
death and
that's
dying, but
yeah.
I do. I feel like that you have to have integrity. You've kind of got to have your value set that you stand up for, because that will help you throughout life, whatever you do, your career, your personal relationships. It will help you kind of stay a course, and it will help you even kind of determine what it is that you want to do in life.
Yeah.
Because I think that to be successful, obviously anyone would agree, you've got to have passion, drive, hard work. And if you're putting those 3 things into something that you don't really believe in, that you don't really buy into, you're never really going to be giving it 100%, and you're never going to get there.
You'll always be operating at 99%.
Right.
And you'll always, and whatever you accomplish will be empty, because do you feel like you know when you're outside your integrity zone, or your moral compass? A lot of times that's like what I kind of think of it too. Is like there's like this, if I'm going too far east, and that's east or what, like that. Your integrity is what pulls you back. So obviously, we're human beings. We're top of the food chain because we can rationalize and strategize, or whatever you want to call it. Strategery, baby. We can make any bad thing, bad decision, bad situation. Like sometimes it's great that we're able to get out of bad situations because of positive thinking, but what are some examples maybe that have helped you say, okay, well, this is a bad decision. I know I'll get short-term gratification or instant gratification, but it's not the right. It's not within my integrity zone. Or it's not right for me. Like, what are if you want to give a specific example, cool, or just like more, just kind of like how do you help identify that your inner integrity saying, Peter, whoa, time out. That's not us. Like that's not what we're about. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never actually made a bad decision in my life, so
that's why you're on IBB TV.
Right.
So,
I think trying to come up with sort of a micro specific, that'd be a little tough, but definitely in the macro sense. Earlier on we talked about sort of how I got to where I am. Part of what was always driving me was a desire to be working in something where I was helping my community, kind of making a difference. And that was something that really mattered to me. I didn't want to put all of my time and energy and all the education that I had gotten into something where I could potentially be making situations worse, or where I wasn't accomplishing anything meaningful for the greater good.
Yeah.
And that is part of why I got into economic development. I love Lake County. I love the greater Cleveland area. I want to see it do well. I want to see the rest of the world look at us as a model of success, and a place where things happen.
Be an inspiration for the rest of the world.
Right.
Yeah, that's
right.
Awesome.
Show that we are industrious, innovative people. We work hard. We get things done.
Yeah.
And we do cool stuff. And so, in the job that I have, in the career that I've ended up in, I'm working towards that kind of stuff every day.
Yeah.
And so these values that I kind of set for myself ahead of time when I was younger, that I used to kind of help me decide, like, okay, I don't, maybe want to go into certain situations where, God, I don't want to get specific, but when I was looking at, or when I was in law school, it was like, there are certain fields of law that I don't really want to be going into.
Mhm.
Like, I don't want to be defending the people who just spilled, 10,000 gallons of oil in the, in the, in the ocean or something like that.
And it's like, but a lot of times too, well, people will be like, well, somebody's got to do it. And obviously, like, and you said this before, is that there's always two sides to a story.
Mhm.
There's always, but you're like, hey, majority of the time, it could be good, I could be helping, but if I put myself in that environment, and I put myself in that position,
Yeah.
eventually my integrity will need, I will have to compromise my integrity to maintain my position or
Right.
success or whatever. So
Yeah,
that's awesome.
If I were ever having to do something where it's like, I'm not really sure that the outcome is something I like,
Mhm.
that would be tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you kind of, if you have that value set, you have those things that are meaningful to you, and you stick with them, and you stand up for them, they'll help guide you to make the right choices.
Yeah.
And that life, just by its very nature, will kind of direct you the way that you want to go.
It's awesome. That's deep, bro. That's deep.
We're deep at the Port Authority.
We're deep. We're so deep.
Philosophy, too. Among all the other things we work on, we're deeply philosophical.
Awesome. I love it. Very cool. So, anything else to add to integrity?
I think we pretty well went through it. Just, know who you are, know yourself.
Know thyself.
Know thyself. There you go.
Know thyself. Yeah.
And kind of have that in your mind when every day when you wake up, when you go out in the world, just be conscious of the things that matter to
Mhm.
you, and think about, what am I going to do today to live the values that I hold? How am I
Yeah.
going to be the best person that I can
Yeah.
be? And striving for that will translate into everything that you do, and you'll
Yeah.
do it better.
Awesome. And I cannot remember the person that said it, and I don't even know if it's the exact quote, but it's like, stop wasting time talking about being a good man or a good woman or a good human,
Mm-hmm.
and just go do it.
And just be one.
And just be one. Just be, yeah, so,
Did say that.
Might
Might have been Abraham Lincoln.
maybe, or
I
Aristotle.
feel like he had a quote about
I
it.
feel
Let's
like
just
it's-
name a bunch of people from history.
It was, I
and
mean,
eventually we'll get it right.
well, if we're having integrity, we have to be honest. We made it up. So, just kidding. All right, but no. So, like, yeah, that's
You know what? Like, one that I can't name, Gandhi.
that's
Said,
okay.
"Be the change that you want to see
In the world, yes.
So now we named
I
a
love
specific
Gandhi.
person. We related them to a specific quote.
All right, cool.
Mission
we have
accomplished.
integrity because we told the
Yes.
truth and we quoted our source. So, very good. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
It's my pleasure. Good to be
And thank you all for joining us for this final part of the trilogy. And take what Peter has told you, taught you, shared with you, and go do it. Go put it into action. It will change your life. There's no more guessing. There's no more, like, everything that he's shared with us could not be more real. And it's not, some of it, like, a lot of the truth seems cliche, but the truth is the truth.
Yeah.
And so
And
thank you.
sometimes just articulating
Yes.
the truth
Yes, it's
can
always
help
good.
you process it.
Yeah. So very good. So take what you've learned, whatever bit of this spoke to you, grab it, go take action on it, and go change the world, and go help Lake County and hit up Peter and the Port Authority, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So thank you, brother. Appreciate
you,
it.
man.
Appreciate it.
Take it easy.
And until next time.
Stay burn proof.
Boom.
Actually, forgot about that part at the end for a second there. I was
No,
like,
it's
what?
all
Oh, yeah.